This is a story about Daniel, a boy who was a little different. With kindness and friendship, his classmates learned how to make everyone feel special. Chapter 1. A Quiet Hello. It was the first day of a new school week at Sunshine Primary School. The class buzzed with excitement as Mrs. Bello clapped her hands. "Good morning, everyone. Today we have a new student joining us. Please welcome Daniel." The children clapped, some loudly, some softly. Daniel walked in slowly, his eyes looking at the floor. He hugged his backpack tightly like it was his best friend. Without saying a word, he sat at the last desk. "Why doesn't he talk?" whispered Bissy. "Maybe he's shy," whispered Ada. Mrs. Bello smiled warmly. "Daniel is a wonderful boy. He may do things differently, but he has special talents. Remember, our class is like a family. We treat each other with kindness." The children nodded, but some still looked puzzled. Chapter 2. Recess Surprises. When the bell rang for recess, the playground filled with laughter. Children played football, tag, and skipping rope. Daniel sat under a tree, tracing shapes in the sand with a stick. Chidi, who liked to joke a lot, laughed. "Look at him, he's just scratching the ground instead of playing." Ada frowned. "Let's see what he's doing." They crept closer. In the sand, Daniel had drawn a giant sun surrounded by stars and flowers. Each shape was perfect and carefully made. "Wow, this is amazing," Ada said. Daniel peeked up. For the first time, he smiled. Just a little smile, but it was enough. Chapter 3. Too Loud. The next morning, the class was noisy. When the school bell rang, Daniel suddenly covered his ears tightly and shut his eyes. "Why is he doing that?" asked Bissy. Mrs. Bello explained. Some children, like Daniel, have autism. Loud sounds can feel much bigger to them, like thunder in their ears. When that happens, we can help by being calm and gentle. Chidi raised his hand. "So, if I shout near him, it will hurt him?" "Yes," said Mrs. Bello. "That's why kindness also means thinking about how others feel." The class grew quiet, learning something new. Chapter 4. Small Acts, Big Hearts. During art class, Daniel's box of crayons spilled onto the floor. A few children snickered, but Ada quickly bent down. "Here, Daniel, let me help you." She picked up each crayon carefully and placed them back in the box. Daniel looked at her and whispered, "Thank you." It was only 2 words, but they warmed Ada's heart. Mrs. Bello noticed and said, "Kindness is like planting seeds. Every little act makes something good grow." Chapter 5. The Garden Project. 1 week later, the school announced a garden project. Every class would design and plant their own garden. "Let's make ours the best," Chidi shouted. The children began arguing. Roses or sunflowers, vegetables or fruits? Daniel sat quietly at his desk, sketching in his notebook. Chidi peeked over and gasped, "Everyone look!" In Daniel's book was a neat plan. Rows of colorful flowers, a corner for vegetables, and a pathway shaped like a star. "It's perfect," Ada said. The class agreed. For the first time, Daniel's idea brought everyone together. Chapter 6. A Blooming Friendship. On planting day, the children dug holes, watered soil, and placed seeds. Daniel gently pressed tiny flower seeds into the ground. Weeks passed. Green shoots appeared, then bright blossoms. The children cheered when the first sunflower opened its golden face to the sun. Mrs. Bello gathered them around. Do you see how the garden grew when we all worked together? Friendship is the same. When we are patient, helpful, and kind, something beautiful blooms. Daniel looked at Ada and whispered, "Friends." She smiled. "Yes, friends." Chapter 7. What they learned. The garden became the pride of the school, but more importantly, the children learned lessons that stayed in their hearts. Being kind means including others, even if they seem different. Being kind means listening and understanding, not laughing at someone's struggles. Being kind means helping, even in small ways. Being kind means celebrating everyone's special gifts. And just like their garden, their friendship grew strong and colorful. Moral of the story: kindness makes the world brighter. Children with autism and other disabilities are not less. They are unique, valuable, and deserve friends who care.